Season 41, war number 6, and we are up against GT40. This time my team will be Tigra, Omega Sentinel, and Human Torch. This is gonna be a pretty quick one. I only have 7 fights, and those are gonna be Path 1 in Section 1, as well as that Super-Skrull on the shared fight. And then I'm also on Path 1 in Section 2, and no shared fights there. Couldn't really fit anyone in my team to take them with. And finally, I only got 2 mini-bosses, that Doom and America Chavez on the right side. I don't know if GT40 does it on purpose, but they are usually very good at limiting my fights, specifically with their defense placement. But even with that said, they are the #1 War Alliance, or have been for a very long time, so it is to be expected that their defense is well put together, to say the least. Up first we have a King Groot on the personal space regeneration node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra, and the plan here is very simple. I just use an advanced power boost to start with a bar of power. I bait and punish 2 heavy attacks with my heavy to get to my special 2, then I just drop it and nuke this guy down. Now unfortunately he did take the first part of the special 2 there, so I didn't get all of my damage in. If I had, he would be dead right now, but it's fine. Special 1 is pretty easy to punish with a heavy attack, so I go for it, and down he goes. A very quick fight for Tigra, and Tigra completely shuts down the node as well, since the regenerations are all buffs. So nothing to worry about there. Next up we have a Mangog on the Masochism Overtime node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra as well. The game plan is the exact same. I'm gonna be baiting and punishing 2 heavy attacks to get to my special 2, and then I'm just gonna nuke this guy down before he can really do anything. The Masochism Overtime node is a regen buff, so Neutralize shuts it down completely. Now it does still shrug off the debuff that triggers it, but that's fine. I don't need to have that many ruptures on for the special 2 to nuke these guys down. Another very quick fight for Tigra, and I still have the advanced power boost for this next fight. This one right here is a Super-Skrull on the Masochism Overtime and Strike Counter Fury node, and I'm taking it with Tigra, while still carrying the same advanced power boost to start the fight the exact same way, and this guy is gonna suffer the same exact fate as the previous 2 fights. Now I did also have Odin's Protection pre-fight here for me, just because we had one available. It's not necessary for any of my fights, but just having the protection there is a nice safety net, since, well, I have one fight that I was a little bit worried about, but that's coming up a little bit later. Then we have a Wong on the Never Back Down node, and I'm taking this fight with Human Torch using his Nova Flame pre-fight. And this one is just gonna be a quick torch, nuke, Human Torch against a Mystic, gonna be a very quick fight. Now one thing that I would like to note about this fight is that it's a great placement. Wong's second spell, the regen spell, makes him regen a portion of any energy damage that he takes, and that just combined with the node makes him permanently unblockable. The unblockable just keeps re-triggering over and over again as long as Wong is taking energy damage, and with Human Torch that is always. So again, it's a Human Torch against a Mystic, so it's gonna be a quick fight, but that could go wrong with some other champions if they deal energy damage. Now the best way to deal with that is to just not allow him to use a special 1, only bait the special 2, because the special 2 does not trigger his spells. Next up we have a Domino on the Buffet Overtime node, and I'm taking this fight with Omega Sentinel, starting with the heal block debuff mode active. Now I didn't bother checking if the pre-fight actually stuck there or not, because it's not needed for this. The Buffet node is completely countered by Omega Sentinel's immunity to Nullify, so basically this fight is just a normal Domino without any nodes, and that's about it. Omega Sentinel is completely immune to ability accuracy reductions against meta champions, so the only defensive ability that Domino has left is her evade while she is lucky. All I need to do is just play around that, and this fight will go down without any issues at all. The plasma debuffs from the special 2 just nailed her down, and yeah, she couldn't really do anything there. It's a good placement, but Omega Sentinel completely destroys it. Next up we have an infamous Iron Man on the Safeguard miniboss node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra. And the game plan is very simple. I'm just gonna be baiting and punishing his heavy attacks with my heavy, dropping big special to use to nuke him down, and that's about it. I do not want to let him use a special 1, because that triggers his aura, which just means that I have to wait it out before I can throw another heavy or a special. So, as long as I can avoid that, this should be a fairly simple fight. The regen he has should be completely shut down by neutralize, as long as I can keep it up when I do would trigger it, and as long as I can do that, this fight is gonna go down very quickly, and he's never gonna be able to trigger his unblockable from the node, and that's about all there is to it. Unfortunately, he does like to throw that special 1 randomly, and right there he did do it, which made the fight a little bit more annoying than it needs to be, but that's fine, the special 2 should be enough. I say should be, but I got some very unlucky Rupture RNG there, and the Rupture debuffs themselves took iDoom down to the regen phase just after Neutralize fell off. So now he's back up to almost 70%, my senses are about to fall off, so I need to reapply them, and I've basically started the fight over at this point. Usually fights like these last 30 seconds at most, but this one has gone over a minute already. Definitely not my greatest Tigra fight, but it could be a lot worse. At least I'm not eating hits. One more special 2 with a few ruptures on him should be enough to take him down the rest of the way. But once again he wants to throw that special 1 whenever he thinks he has a chance to hit with it. Even if he doesn't, he still throws it, because why not? And once again my ruptures fall off. I missed the first part of my special 2, not enough to finish him off, and my senses once again about to fall off, so I trigger the rupture sense again with my special 1, and now I just gotta bait a few heavy attacks, punish them with my heavy, and then one more special 1 and down he goes. A horrible Tigra matchup, or rather Tigra fight on my part. The matchup is fine, the Tigra does work there very well, but I just played it horribly, and the AI was trying his best to make the fight as annoying as possible. Then on to the final fight of this war, an America Chavez on the Stunning Reflection and Polka Dot Power miniboss node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra. Now, the game plan here is to just hit her with basic attacks to either A, push her to her corner, or get her to her special 1 and then bait it. As soon as I can get some ruptures on her, the fight is under control. I can just use the Polka Dot Power node to fuel my power gain, and then just spam specials over and over, making this a very easy fight. Now at the start she did use 2 heavy attacks, but I didn't let her finish them, so she wouldn't gain the negative zone dimension, because that can reduce and reverse your power gain effects, meaning Polka Dot Power would drain your power instead of giving you power, and that would have been a big problem here. Luckily though, she didn't get to do that, and the fight went down without any real issues, and that fight was also the reason I wanted the Odin's Protection pre-fight, since America Chavez can go very wrong if the AI decides to be annoying. But this time around it went very well. As for the results, we did end up losing on attack bonuses, but since one of their players did not place defense, we ended up winning the war by 0.8 attack bonuses. In terms of points, due to the missing diversity that they didn't get. So a very lucky win for us, but we take those.